Okay, I've been asked by the producers of Autumn Watch to share with you my favourite autumn thing. Now that is no easy task because of course there's so many great things happening at this time of year. It is a time of much magic. Now, whilst out in the garden I've been pondering this particular question. You know, there's so much change going on out in the countryside or in the garden that it wasn't an easy task. I mean, do I talk about the sub-songs of the robins coming from the bushes here? Do I talk about, the fact this is the best season to see earthworm sex? They're breeding right now on the lawns on a nice warm evening. It's a great time for seeing leopard slugs doing it as well. But I guess it's not that. It always comes back to colour change. That's where the magic of autumn is for most of us. As the various mechanisms and accoutrements of photosynthesis break down and leach from the leaves, they tend to undergo this beautiful, stunning and rather famous change of colour. So all those reds and russets are kind of what we think of as being a bit of an autumn spectacle. However, it was whilst in the garden looking for some brightly coloured leaves, of which I don't have many this year, it has to be said. Most of them are blown off in the gales. That I discovered a little bush that I'd almost forgotten about, but I've planted it specifically in various parts of my garden. It's only a little garden, but I like this bush so much I've planted some here. Now they are very subtle, and for most of the year they are very, very difficult to see. They just get on about their business, and they're very, very cryptic, I guess. Now I've got one over there in the corner, but I've got one just here. If I just move the, I don't know if you can see that, I've got some reindeer antlers. Let's move them out the way. That's more of a Christmas thing. We'll get onto them in the next season. It's a long story, I won't bother explaining. However, here it is. This is my favourite autumn thing. Now, I've never really used one of these eye thingies before, so I'm trying to film and garden and move everything around as we go. But here it is, my favourite autumn thing, the spindle. I don't know if you can see that, I'm just going to try and focus on it. But whilst most of autumn colour is I guess a subtle, beautiful, complementary thing, this is a proper clash of colours. Just look at that! These bright pink seed housing for the spindle seeds themselves. That there is my favourite autumn thing. Now what I'm going to do is try and show you what I mean by a clash. Now I've got to try and focus as I go. This is more difficult than it looks. I normally have a cameraman to do this sort of thing for me. But look at those. Those are my favourite autumn thing. And if you're wondering what I'm talking about when I'm talking about a clash, it's actually when you lift the seeds up. I don't know if you can see that, but there underneath, come on Baker, focus. I don't know if you can see that. I don't know if I can, I can't press the screen and focus and do everything at the same time. Let's try one more time. Let me try and focus it for you and turn it upside down. You can see inside the casing these two gaudy little orange seeds, and that there is the biggest clash of colour you'll ever find in nature. And what's more, this is a native species of shrub, and they're in a hedgerow near you probably, so have a little look out. Now this is Euonymus europaeus, I believe its Latin name, and it's called the spindle because its European use was as spindles for weaving. In the UK, its sort of hard, straight wood was more often turned to the purposes of creating skewers for cooking and toothpicks, of course. So a beautiful, if not subtle, little favourite autumn thing. Now I've just got to turn this thing off.